Hello class, this is my recording for week 6, discussion question 1, to summarize the 4 points of Shire. Number 1, worldview as a commitment. Shire uses the word commitment to describe the idea that our worldview is an essential part of who we are. When we make commitments, it binds and obligates us to something. Shire is trying to convey the fact that we are not able to separate ourselves from having a worldview. It goes to the core of who we are. All our wisdom, emotion, desire, will, spirituality, and intellect are tied to our worldview, which governs our thoughts and actions. 2. Expressed in a story or set of presuppositions. Because our worldview is rooted in the heart of who we are, when we try to relate our understanding of the world to others, it is often expressed in stories to convey our perspective of the world, say evolution versus Christianity. As we try to relate a story to someone, we not only create a picture to clarify our meaning, but we also form the story to accommodate our audience. In other words, we try to read the room. 3. Assumptions that may be true, conscious, and consistent. As we express our worldview, we naturally assume that our perspective is correct. At some point, we convince ourselves of our own truth regardless of the actual truth. When this happens, we lose sight of our original core values and begin to rationalize and compromise our worldview until we find that we no longer consistent with ourselves and we don't even know we are doing it. 4. Foundation on which we live. So, in the end, what we think our worldview is may be entirely different from what we present to others in our daily lives. This then becomes a house built on sand. One of the events that happened in my life that I'd like to share that clarified my worldview is this. In the past 5 years, my family and I left Arizona. We lived in California, Oklahoma, Texas, and now are back in Arizona. During our time in each state, we became part of a local church. This took a lot of church shopping. Even though it was a difficult process, we were able to land in a good Bible-believing church in every state. Our searching not only involved the internet, but we also tried to get to know our community at home and at work to help narrow those searches. Through this, my wife and I gained a greater appreciation for the vast ideas and opinions people have when it comes to whether they believe in God or not, or where they worship and how they worship. To help us understand what others said about worship, we had to study Scripture and nail down what we believed and understood about God. Taking the 7 basic worldviews into consideration, the past 5 years have stretched me in areas of understanding our ability to know anything at all, the difference between right and wrong, and the meaning of human history. Thanks for listening.